Hey, it's Darius with Darius Lee Francis Design Services. Welcome back to the channel. Now first, I'm gonna address that I know I've been gone for about 2-3 months. I put out my first video and it's like, where'd I go? I'm still here. So today I wanted to do an arrangement with some warm colors as we're transitioning from summer into fall. We've got some dahlias, we've got some roses, we've got some sunflowers, lots of seeded eucalyptus and some regular eucalyptus, some alstroemeria, and some mums. And so I'm super excited about this one today. Pour up a glass, you know what to do. Let's get started. So what we're gonna do today is quick, just like the video that I did before. If you haven't checked that out, you might wanna go check that out now. So I went ahead already and separated the flowers that I wanna use. I have quite a bit of flowers here, so we're not using all of this for this arrangement, but went ahead and separated them. And so if you already had a large amount of flowers or something like that, you can go ahead and separate out the ones that you wanna use for this. Remembering from the previous video about 1s, 3s, 5s, and 7s. And so today, we're using the flowers that I mentioned before, and today I want the focal point to be the sunflower. And so since that's going to be the focal point of our arrangement, I have 3 roses, 3 stems of roses, 5 stems of dahlias, 5 stems of the alstroemeria, and just a few stems of the seeded eucalyptus and eucalyptus, just to kind of fill in with some greenery. And so, like I mentioned before, this will be quick. And so what you need is your shears, you'll need your vessel, which I want to talk to you about in 1 second. You'll need your Floral Life floral food or any floral food that you already have that came in the packet, and your creativity. And so, I want to talk a little bit about the vessel that we've got today. And so this is a corn popper. I don't know what year it's from. If you know, tell me. And I saw this at the thrift store today. Actually, I went out looking for a unique vessel or a vase or for the floral arrangement that I was going to do today, and I saw this and I was like, this is perfect. I really enjoy finding vessels to use that are non-conventional, I guess. And so I've done things in like teapots or watering pitchers, and so something that is a passion of mine and like to incorporate in some of my arrangements. And so what I'm going to do is, you know how we do, take the floral out, start arranging them in the ways that looks great to you, and then we'll be right back. As you're working through your design, there's a couple of things that you might want to keep in mind. And so like we talked about before, you're going to want to make sure you're always cutting your stems on an angle so your flowers can drink. Making sure that you never cut the stems too short because you can't add more stem later. And so making sure that you're measuring and up against your vessel to make sure that there is enough stem. You can always go back and take more off later. You can't, like I said, you can't add more stem. And so that's one thing. Another thing is removing any dead foliage or additional foliage that you don't like for your design. You can go ahead and remove it, okay? And what I'm doing here is removing any leaves that also may dip down into the water. And so even if they're not dead, if they're going to be in the water, you're going to want to remove those leaves. what I'm doing here is making sure that all the flowers are at the levels that I want them at. And so as you're looking at your arrangement, as you're finishing up, go ahead and make sure that the flowers are at the levels that you want them at. And so when you get ready to put them in, that they look at the same way that they did in your hand. Now I'm just adding some finishing touches, some additional greenery. I really wanted this to be filled with lots of greenery. Okay, so I've got some leaves hanging down, so I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that. Now that I've got a design that I like, I'm going to go ahead and cut my stems and make sure that they're, once again, not too short, at a decent length, so that way they can fit into the vase. And I got my rubber band. If you have a green rubber band, that's preferable so it's less visible, but any rubber band will work. And we're gonna take our rubber band, pull it down. We're gonna twist it. And then we're gonna put it through one more time, and making sure that that rubber band is secure and as high as possible. Okay. If you see any extra greens, take them out. That'll be below the vase line. Okay. I think I'm ready to insert. Okay, so you see this is a little tall, and so I can take this out and just cut the stems a little shorter. Once again, you can't add more stem, you always can take a little more off. Let's go ahead and dip this back down in there. Oh, and there you have it. Oh, I love this. Love that. Gonna do some finishing touches. See you in a sec. So I just wrapped up the finishing touches for my design. I added a couple of pieces of extra greenery because I felt that it wasn't fully balanced. So feel free to do what it is that you feel is necessary for your design to make sure that it captures exactly the look that you were going for. Other than that, I am in love with this design. I think the warm colors coming together, the focal point of the sunflower, the draping greenery, I mean, I'm really, really loving it. And so I hope that you all are loving your arrangements at home as well. So my final step, okay, I know I've been saying like the final step, this is the final step, okay, is I like to use the Clear Crowning Glory Solution from Floral to give my flowers just one quick spray to elongate their lives by locking in moisture. Other than that, you're all done. So congratulations on your floral design. I know it looks amazing and I hope you had a great time doing it. And so thanks so much for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how I'm doing. I really appreciate your support. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of your day.